What is up, YouTube? We've got a variety of area rugs to do today. A few of them, they're paying to have the fringes done. We do charge extra if we have to do the fringes. Some of them don't need it, or they're beyond, they're kind of damaged, and she's going to probably have them replaced. And fringes can be very finicky. If you are in this business, you don't want to try to over clean. You can, especially if they have the little knots on the end, you can really screw things up. But you can see this one came out absolutely beautiful. Here's another one that we did. And then we've got this one here. What he's doing is a ink bleed test. So he's got a white napkin, fold it up, run it under water, get it pretty wet, and then stand on it for a count of about 15. You can see there was no color migration onto the white napkin. So we're good to go. We'll vacuum it, and then we can clean it low moisture. No problem. We won't have any ink migration. If the napkin came back and you could see some ink transfer, you got to be really careful. You almost have to do a very, very light clean or a dry clean with foam, because you'll spread the whatever ink. If the red ink's bleeding, it'll spread all over. Plus, we're cleaning it on top of the primary rug on the bottom that we're doing. That one's a big 10 by, oh gosh, is that 10 by 13, something like that? Excuse me. The smaller rugs, we had to end up utilizing the Auric Orbiter. We have the Orbot Vibe today. And the Auric just worked out perfect. This one we won't be doing the fringes. We'll use a white and red zinger pad for the cleaning. Spraying it down with the Green Dragon, which is a wool safe product available at endcapstore.com. And the zinger pads, I don't know if they still sell zinger pads, they may. There was all kinds of background noise going on around here, so I muted the background noise, added a little music to it. Hopefully you can hear me over the music. We'll find out. There's the van parked out there, ready for business. Got my vacuum cleaner, commercial Bissell. Thing's been going strong since I got it. Laid a tarp down and a table for the fringes. You can see we got the Green Dragon. Got a little Green Dragon in the spray bottle for the fringes. Pardon me. Sorry about that. The Vetco 3.5 extractor. And the hand tools so we can clean the fringes. Those are a couple of the white napkins. We'll color test every one of these. You can see where his footprint was on there if you look close. Here we are out on the back porch. We got some tarps out there and some that don't need tarps. This is a beautiful backyard, but you could see that one's got a tarp under it. This blue one was really dirty. We got this thing really clean. We did the fringes too, and back to being real careful with those fringes. You don't want to try to over clean, it's almost like a cotton. Sometimes it's wool. Uh-oh, we got some chemtrails. They're hunting me down. This is a beautiful backyard though. Oh man. All right. Set me another bigger tarp up, and then I got a few little tarps. Let's take a look. The sun's been drying these fringes now for a little while. Oh yeah, see, they looked a little dark gray when they were wet. They were whitening right up. He's gonna lay that one out. Put that on the tarp. But yeah, for the fringes, we usually do a separate price, which I'll tell you here. This is the napkin I'm showing you. I'm doing a voiceover today on this video for you, so bear with me. We'll get it all wet. I do like to get it pretty damp. You can see they've been using some Nature Miracle. We did it not on the wool, but down the hallway. We're gonna clean that hallway today as well. So just kind of leave it a little damp. You're gonna take it out to your area rug. And this is important. If you're new and you're getting into rug cleaning, you need to make sure that the ink is stable. If it's vegetable dye they use sometimes on expensive rugs, sometimes vegetable dye will run. So you can see I'm bearing down with all my weight, pushing the water through that carpet far enough to where it will pick it back up, and we'll see what we got. So this one, we might have a little bit of the brown, unless it's dirt. It almost looks like the brown color in the rug is kind of coming out, so we'll just spray it lightly with the Green Dragon. These are the zinger pads we're using on the Auric. That's a clean one. You can see these bad boys, they're dirty. We're emulsifying the soil and then extracting it into those pads. I've got to help him control the edge there. Now he's doing a little grooming. You can groom it all one direction if you choose to. In some cases we'll do that. Or you can go back and forth. This is what we're using. I just bought another new one, the Rug Renovator. Had my other one for multiple years and it just started to get worn out. It's nice to have this great big deck back here though, where we could lay these out, let them dry. It's unusual this time of year not to be raining. We lucked out. It's nice and sunny. We'll monitor these ones, make sure they're still drying real good. Look at this amazing backyard. They got a pond with fish in it. All the beautiful trees, Pacific Northwest. Just beautiful. I'm gonna vacuum this one. You'll see we'll vacuum the fronts on most of them. The ones that were in the house, I think she vacuumed, folded them over. You'll see how we do it. We fold it over, we vacuum the backside, and then just fold it in half. He's doing another color test. Pull that off. And no dye migration. We're good to go. Or dye bleeding is what my son calls it, the bleed test. So I'll vacuum this one up, and like I said, some of these have already, you can tell on the backside they've been vacuumed real good, but I want to get the surface really good. And then the ones that don't look like, you know, they've been vacuumed very well on the bottom, we'll flip them in half, vacuum one side, lay it back out, flip the other half over the top, vacuum it. Make it simple. In some cases, if the backs need to be clean and look like they can be cleaned, you don't want to go over not acrylic, but glue, adhesive, and stuff like that. Mess it up. And again, this is not rug spa cleaning. This is on-site service. And you're typically looking at most 5x7 rugs are going to run you about $60. If you want the fringes done, it's an additional $25. That takes time. Your bigger rugs, 8x10, you're probably looking at 90. And then if you want the fringes done on anything that's greater than 5x7, we charge $50 for the fringes. $25 if it's under 5x7. Like you'll see us do some runners. We're gonna do those. If they want the fringes done, it's $25. And you can't guarantee the fringes are gonna come out snow white in every case. That's where I said you wanna just be really careful. You don't want to try to overkill. Like it could be cotton, it could be wool, it could be a full loom, and you can do some serious damage. I've seen guys spray bleach on there thinking it's going to whiten them up. That'll turn them completely yellow, ruin them. We're using on the fringes, I can't remember if it's I think it's purple simple green. Purple, yeah, like lavender simple green, something like that. I can't remember, but there's the Orbot Vibe. And we just missed that on the simple green. It's eco-friendly as well. Simple green pairs well with Green Dragon, stuff like that, Odoban. It's all safe products. I do have the Polyseas Dragon Juice, oh yeah. And occasionally my son will, if you see, a little color change on the jug, it's probably been boosted with the Polyseas Dragon Juice. I would not use that on the wool. These I pick up at the Dollar Tree, $1.25 a piece. And they're not great big. They're 4x6, but you can put a bunch together. And because what was happening is I'd spend $20, $30, sometimes $50 for a tarp and put it under, and you basically have to leave it with the customer and then come back. So I said, I'm just going to buy a bunch of these $1.25 ones and just tell the customer, keep them or throw them away. That way I don't have to waste my time. This one we put right back in place in the living room. That's a beautiful rug, ain't it? Here we are, getting that fringe, like I said, lavender simple green or something like that. I don't know. It's not the degreaser. Simple green makes a degreaser. I don't know if that's eco-friendly or not, but and then this little Home Depot brush we use for like kitchen tile grout. We'll use it on here. And these are beige fringes. So these never were originally white, so that's not dirt. Scrub those out real good too. And then use the extractor and just steam clean it. We got hot water in there, a little Green Dragon, a couple scoops mixed in the 3.5 gallon tank there. You don't have to have a professional extractor. I think that dang Betco was $2,700. That's ridiculous. See how it's sucking it up into the wand? That helps to dry them out. But what I was going to say is you've probably seen me in some videos where if we're not going to be doing a whole bunch of fringes, you can do this with a shop bag. But you're going to want to have two bottles. You're going to want to have your cleaner, and then you're going to want to have either a little white distilled vinegar in a 32-ounce bottle Or I always use the powdered citric acid, which is the same thing as vinegar, but it has no smell. And I get 2-pound bag on Amazon for $12. I think it's called Mallards or Malleys. Just look up citric acid. What citric acid will do is it neutralizes water stains. It's on the opposite side of the pH scale. So alkaline, usually the minerals in the water will brown things out. You can just spray the citric acid on it and neutralize that. But if you're using the simple green just on the fringes, you should be okay just rinsing it with water. But if you want to feel safe, put a little white distilled vinegar and spray it and then suck it up with your shop vac. These are weird looking fringes, aren't they? They will dry up nicely. They're just laid out wet right now. That's a smaller pad. That's a 15-inch microfiber scrubbing pad. I didn't have the bigger ones with me today. It fits on there, no problem. But we're gonna scrub this one down using the Orbot Vibe. Again, it's almost like the Mighty. He's fighting it a little bit. It does pull to the left for some reason. My Mighty doesn't do that. This one, it's got a lot of torque as well, but it does the cleaning incredible. You'll see when we do the Super Zorb pad on the bottom, it will kind of look like it's rotating slowly in a circle versus the rotary that we use, which is 175 RPMs, rotations per minute, looks faster. But what an orbital machine is doing is it's orbiting. So it's like if you took a washcloth and you were scrubbing, you don't just go in a straight circle. You move in a circle and you orbit a little bit. And so it's got a slower rotation, but it has much higher, each time it rotates little spots within that pad. Over 1,700 rotations per minute will occur, kind of scrubbing each little fiber. And this is just the pre-scrub on this one, I believe. She opted not to do the fringes here, which there's barely a fringe, and it looks pretty clean. My feet are clean, by the way, or my shoes, I should say. I'll always, if I don't take my shoes off, I'll always take a little bit of the pre-spray, or in this case, I may have sprayed it with a little bit of Simple Green bottom of my shoes and rub them real good on a pad. So that way I'm not going to transfer dirt onto the fringes if we walk on them. The shoe covers, talking about bottom of my feet. The wheel covers for this one, I have the hairnet bags for the Mighty. I got 100 for $5, those clear bags, but that was on Amazon. These are the steering wheel covers you can buy at the Dollar Tree for $1.25 a piece. So $2.50. They fit right over the swirly 8-inch or 10-inch wheel, and it fits right over the Orbot Vibe. And the head tilts back on this machine. It also has a weight kit that you can put weights right there on. There's no weights on it, but you can see where they go on each side. I'll get down close and personal so you can kind of see. The pad is 15 inches, but it covers the Velcro area, so no problem, no issues. And he's going to crisscross a little bit, get as far as you can, then we'll probably transport this one. I think this is the one that goes at the entry of the home, so we'll probably put it right back in place. Here's the hallway that we did. We did a pet treatment on it with the CLO2 Kaput. That stuff kills all the odors. You don't even need peroxide when you use the CLO2 because it's an oxidizer in its own right. So check it out, Kaput, K-A-P-U-T, ncapstore.com. If you want to eliminate pet odors and yellowing pet stains, I think a little jar will last you forever, and it's only $18. I think we use about 2 tablespoons for 4 gallons, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but just read the instructions on the bottle. You can visit ncapstore.com and look under chemicals and type in Kaput, K-A-P-U-T. And he's got it set up so you can zoom in. This is where we folded it over, like I said. And then we decided to vacuum and clean that side. Here we got the duck-billed shears. We'll do this as a courtesy. I always ask the customer if you got any snags or loose frays, if we can cut those off to avoid any further damage by those being pulled by animals or even vacuuming or our machine. And we're going to use I don't think that was a Super Zorb. I forget what they call that. It's similar to a Super Zorb. This is the zinger pad. The backside's the clean side. Shadows are playing havoc on the video, but you can clearly see the contrast, the difference. Sucking up the dirt. So he's doing the surface cleaning. This is what I'm talking about. A lot of people will look at this floppy pad and they'll see the movement, or sometimes there's a tag on there, and it looks like it's not moving as fast. And it's not moving as fast as a rotary, like I explained earlier. But those rotations that are occurring, those orbits, are having even a higher impact. In fact, I don't really use orbitals on wood floors because I don't want to damage them. There's too much movement. But for carpet, it's good to get in there and help clean them out. But we'll stick with the rotary on the wood floors, and then that way we can buff them with a white pad or a red pad. But I do like my Orbot vibe. I think I've shown you most of my machines. I still have the, what's that other one called? I want to call it a kaplunk. I can't think of the name. Anyway, but we got this one folded over. You can see he's cleaning. They opted for the $50 upcharge on the fringes here. So anyway, we'll finish it up. We got all these rugs plus the hallway knocked out. Wonderful day. Just thought I'd share the video. Sorry about filming it all in upright position. Unless you're on your cell phone, you're gonna go, yes. All right, y'all. Appreciate you watching. I look forward to seeing you in another episode.